Welcome to the future of finance, where technology and compliance collide. If you've ever wondered how banks and financial institutions stay ahead of increasingly complex regulations while keeping costs down, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring the rise of RegTech, AI's role in KYC AML compliance. Regulatory technology, or RegTech, is revolutionizing how the financial world tackles Know Your Customer, KYC, anti-money laundering, AML, and Customer Due Diligence, CDD. With the global RegTech market projected to soar past $22 billion by mid-2025, AI is at the heart of this transformation. In this video, we'll unpack why RegTech is booming, showcase game-changing tools like SymphonyAI's Sensa investigation hub, explore global regulatory trends, and address the hurdles still in the way. Whether you're a fintech geek, a compliance professional, or just curious about the future of finance, buckle up for a deep dive into the world of RegTech. Let's dive in. Regulations are tougher than ever, and financial institutions are drowning in compliance costs. But here's the game changer. AI-powered RegTech is saving banks billions while making compliance faster and smarter. In this video, we're diving into why the global RegTech market is set to hit $22 billion by mid-2025, how AI tools are transforming KYC, AML, and CDD, and what challenges still stand in the way. Stick around for a deep dive into tools like SymphonyAI's Sensa investigation hub, global regulatory trends, and a call to action to explore this fintech revolution. Let's get started. First, let's break it down. RegTech, short for regulatory technology, is a subset of fintech that uses advanced tech, think AI, machine learning, and big data, to help businesses comply with regulations efficiently. It's not just for banks. Financial institutions, insurance firms, and even gaming companies use RegTech to navigate complex rules around financial crime prevention. Why is this a big deal? Compliance is expensive. Banks spend billions annually on manual processes for KYC, AML, and CDD. RegTech automates these tasks, cutting costs and errors. The global RegTech market is booming. According to meticulous research, it's projected to grow from $10.7 billion in 2024 to $32.6 billion by 2031, with a compound annual growth rate of 17.3%. By mid-2025, experts estimate it'll surpass $22 billion, driven by AI innovations. But what's fueling this growth? Let's dive into the role of AI and why it's transforming compliance. AI is the backbone of modern RegTech. It's like having a super smart compliance officer who never sleeps. Here's how AI is revolutionizing three key areas: KYC, AML, and CDD. KYC is about verifying who your customers are to ensure they're not involved in illegal activities. Traditionally, this meant manual checks against sanctions lists, politically exposed persons, PEPs, and global watch lists. AI automates this by screening customers in real time across 350-plus global watch lists in 60 languages, as seen in tools like SymphonyAI's solutions. This slashes onboarding times and improves accuracy. AML is about detecting and preventing money laundering. AI-powered transaction monitoring analyzes millions of transactions in real time, spotting anomalies like unusual payment patterns. For example, SymphonyAI's SensaAI for AML reduces false positives by up to 77%, meaning compliance teams focus on real threats, not chasing dead ends. African bank ABSA used this tech to win an ICA compliance award for cutting false positives dramatically. CDD goes deeper, assessing customer risk over time. AI tools like SymphonyAI's CDD solution create unified risk profiles by integrating data from transactions, KYC, and external sources. This perpetual KYC approach ensures ongoing monitoring, catching risks before they escalate. The result? A frictionless customer experience and robust compliance. AI doesn't just save time, it saves money. Manual compliance can cost banks 15 to 20% of their operational expenses, but AI cuts these costs by up to 50% by automating repetitive tasks and reducing errors. Let's zoom in on a standout player in RegTech, SymphonyAI's Sensa investigation hub. This platform is a game changer for financial crime prevention, unifying KYC, AML, CDD, sanctions screening, and fraud detection into one seamless workflow. Here's why it's making waves. Sensa Investigation Hub acts as a force multiplier for compliance teams. It connects siloed data and teams, giving investigators a single, subject-centric view of risks. Paired with Sensa Copilot, a generative AI assistant, it automates data sourcing, analysis, and report writing, cutting investigation times by 70%. For example, ABSA Bank used it to streamline their financial crime prevention, achieving a 77% reduction in false positives. What sets Sensa apart is its flexibility. It integrates with existing systems, so banks don't need to overhaul their legacy tech. Plus, it uses predictive and generative AI to adapt to new threats, ensuring compliance with evolving regulations. SymphonyAI was named the 2024 RegTech Company of the Year by FinTech Awards London for this innovation. RegTech isn't just about tech, it's shaped by global regulatory trends. In 2025, we're seeing a push for harmonized AML frameworks and better cross-border data sharing. Let's break it down. The European Union is leading the charge with its anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism, AML CFT framework. The new Anti-Money Laundering Authority, AMLA, launching in 2025, aims to standardize AML rules across member states. This means consistent enforcement and less fragmentation for banks operating in multiple EU countries. Financial crime doesn't respect borders, so regulators are pushing for cross-border data sharing. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, is collaborating with regional partners to boost cooperation. Public-private partnerships like those encouraged by Hong Kong's AMLab are also key, enabling banks and tech providers to share intelligence on criminal networks. Here's a stat to blow your mind. A new regulatory update hits every 7 minutes, according to Thomson Reuters. RegTech helps banks keep up with this pace, ensuring real-time compliance with laws like the EU's 6th AML directive or the US Corporate Transparency Act. Despite the hype, RegTech adoption isn't universal. Let's talk about the barriers holding firms back. Implementing AI-driven RegTech isn't cheap. Initial setup costs for software, integration, and training can be a hurdle, especially for smaller institutions. However, the long-term savings, up to 50% on compliance costs, often outweigh these upfront expenses. Legacy systems are the bane of many banks. These outdated platforms struggle with the speed and complexity of today's regulations. Replacing them is costly and risky, so firms often opt for AI overlays like SymphonyAI's SensaAI, which enhance existing systems without a full overhaul. Finally, there's cultural resistance. Compliance teams used to manual processes may distrust AI's black box algorithms. Regulators also remain cautious, demanding transparency in AI decision-making. Building trust through explainable AI and regulatory collaboration is critical. So what's next for RegTech? The future is bright. Expect more generative AI pilots with tools like Sensa Copilot writing reports and predicting risks. Blockchain will also play a bigger role, enhancing KYC transparency. And as the metaverse grows, digital identity verification will become critical to prevent fraud in virtual economies. By 2033, the RegTech market could hit $70.8 billion, driven by AI, cloud computing, and natural language processing. Financial institutions that invest now will stay ahead of the curve, avoiding penalties and gaining a competitive edge. That's a wrap on the rise of RegTech. AI is transforming KYC, AML, and CDD, helping banks navigate a complex regulatory world. Tools like SymphonyAI's Sensa Investigation Hub are leading the charge, and global trends like the EU's AML CFT framework are paving the way for smarter compliance. Despite barriers like legacy systems, the future of RegTech is unstoppable. Want to see RegTech in action? Check out demos from SymphonyAI or other providers in the description below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell,